You have a brother called Chijioke, isn't it?
Yes.
And for how long now have you not seen your brother?
It's been 12 years.
12 years.
12 years by November.
So guys, the atrocities being committed by the Nigerian police is unbelievable. You need to watch this video to see what this lady has come out to reveal, how his brother went missing in the hands of the police. You need to see what is happening in this country. These are the same police that cannot trace these kidnappers in the bushes. But guess what? They treat Nigerian citizens as if they don't have any right to live. Honestly, you need to watch this video to see what is happening in this country. This is why many people, cannot trust the police. We have seen how people, prefer to go to people like the very dark man to report their issues so that it will be brought up on the social media than going to the police, because you cannot be trusted. Especially in the Southeast, where young men have been seen to be spied by this police. I mean, somebody tweeted recently and said, under Hope Uzodinma and Buhari's regime, about 5,000 IPOB members were, spied and 5,000 were imprisoned. You see how they would just kidnap a young boy and the person might end up never to come back again. I'm just going to allow you to take a look at this video so that you understand what is happening in places like the Southeast. Take a look.
You have a brother called Chijioke, isn't it?
Yes.
And for how long now have you not seen your brother?
It's been 12 years.
12 years.
12 years by November.
What happened to Chijioke?
Chijioke was arrested by the police in Anambra State, and when we got the call that they were, because it wasn't just him, they had gone for a child dedication ceremony, and so when we got the call that he was arrested, my mom went to the station at Ajali police station in Anambra State to effect his bail. When she got there, they told her that she can't effect bail because she was a woman, and so it was, she just can't pay for his bail or get him released. So she had to call my uncle because my dad was already angry that Chijioke slept out that night. So
how old was he 12 years ago?
20 years.
He was 20 years old at the time.
Yes. So
he was arrested by the police and he was detained by the police.
Yes. So my mom called my uncle to come help her bail my brother out. While my uncle was on the way, the police station in Ajali said they got a call from Okuzu SARS in Anambra to send everybody that is in their custody. So the boys, all of them were transferred to Okuzu SARS. So my mom called my dad and said, this is not something that I can do on my own. It's now involving SARS. Okuzu SARS has called for their transfer. So my dad rushed to the station, to the Okuzu SARS.
What day of the week was this?
This was on a Friday.
On a Friday.
Yes.
So what day did they transfer them?
It was on Friday that they were transferred.
They transferred on the same day?
They were arrested on Thursday and then transferred on a Friday.
So he slept over on Thursday, the night on to Friday,
yes.
And they were transferred to SARS. Yes. He was detained in a normal police cell,
yes,
but transferred to SARS custody.
Yes. So when
still in Oka?
No. Ajali is a town in Anambra, and Okuzu is another town in Anambra.
How long? What's the distance between these two towns?
It's quite a distance, maybe like an hour.
Okay.
So they were transferred. So my dad, from Oka to Okuzu is quite close. So my dad just went to Okuzu to meet with them to know what is happening. My mom drove there to meet him. When they got in, they met the officer in charge, the OC of SARS, that is James Wanfo. And he denied having anybody being sent to the station or having any people being transferred to the station. So he told my parents that they can go, but they can come any other time and see if the boy was there. But like at this moment that the boys were not there. My mom assured him that she was told by the police in Ajali that they're transferring these boys to your station. And so she was quite sure.
How many were there?
There were 4 boys that were arrested.
That were arrested.
So,
for what offense was your brother arrested for?
So the Ajali police station told my mom that they were arrested for making noise. They had been playing loud music in a compound where they were doing the child dedication. So somebody had reported the noise of the young boys and they were arrested. That was the answer we got from Ajali police station. Then they were sent to Okuzu, which was a shock to everybody. Like, why are they moving them? But it was a normal thing to do in Anambra State as at then, I would want you to know. Between the time of 2010 to 2014 in Anambra State, it's normal for anybody to be taken to Okuzu SARS for any reason. But it's also very important to know that when your loved one is at Okuzu SARS, you can't sleep. because
Why?
the chances of the person returning alive is quite low, very, very low. Okuzu SARS was known for killing young people in Anambra State, and this is something that is easily verifiable. When the panel of inquiry was set up in Anambra State after the NSAS was violently shut down, they had over 100 cases at the panel, all of them pointing at what happened between 2010 and 2014 in Anambra State, all pointing at James Swanford, who was the officer in charge in Okuzu SARS, all of them pointing at people losing their loved ones, never being charged to court for any reason. These people never had an opportunity to defend themselves of any crime, just arrested by Okuzu SARS and killed. So my parents went there when they were told that the boy was
This was
not
a Saturday.
there. Yeah. No, this was on a Friday.
Oh, see that Friday.
That Friday.
Great.
So my parents went there and they told that the boy was not transferred. As they were leaving the station, my mom saw the boys being led in. And so she raised alarm and said, this is the boy I'm looking for. This is actually the boy we are looking for. This is him.
So they saw him.
Yeah, they saw him and they were in cuffs. So my mom started shouting at him, Chijioke, what did you do? Why are you here? And James Swanford came out of the station and said that they should throw them out. Like they should throw my parents out.
Who is this James Swanford?
He was the officer in charge then.
In Okuzu SARS.
Yes. He has now retired. So when my parents were thrown out, they came home and everybody was like, you can't sleep. You have to go back because if you waste any time, this boy might die. Right? So they went back on Saturday. They were not even allowed into the station. The police collected money from them and said, we are going to feed the boy.
How much was it?
A couple of thousands. They were always taking money from them to feed the boy. I was a teenager then. I was not even involved in all of this because they were.
So Chijioke was your older brother?
Yes, he's my elder brother. So they
so
were shooting.
you probably immediate brother?
Yes, he was my immediate elder brother. So they were shooting all of us from it, right? Trying to be adults about this. So they went on Saturday. They were not allowed in. My mom cooked on Sunday, took it to the station, gave them. And then on Monday, my parents went back and they said they want to see the OC. Since you're not allowing us to see the boy, at least let's see the OC and know the next course of action. And then they got in, they met with James Swanford and tells him, please, sir, we've been trying to see this boy since he was brought here, but we've not been able to. So we want to know what is the next course of action. My parents are willing to pay money if that was what was necessary, right? This man looked my parents dead in the eye and told them, I have killed your son. No, he said, if it's those boys that you came to see, I've killed them and there's nothing we can do about it. You are too late. This is literally less than 72 hours of them being sent to Okuzu SARS. How did you kill them? My mom, of course, slumped immediately. My dad couldn't believe it. So he stood there and was asking him, so what are you saying? He said, no, it's too late. There's nothing we can do. You should leave my office. So they had to take my mom to hospital. They came back home and friends came around and were like, maybe he just wants you to offer money. Did you people even offer money when you went there? You're just asking questions. So my dad had to sell our land and take money in a bag. And that was the first time I'm seeing millions of naira in my life. It was packed in a bag, 3 million, and went to meet him and said, please, man to man, I'm begging you, this money, take it and just give me my son. This was like a couple of weeks after, right? So we sold this land urgently. It was not at the worth of the land. And this man said, this money is too small. It's too small, but even if it was enough, I said that the boy is dead and there's nothing we can do about it, and stop disturbing me, right? And so my dad came back a broken man and we started going through human rights organizations, lawyers. Lawyers will take money from you and say they are going to take the case to court, and then they get threatened and they say they can't take the case to court anymore. They are scared of this man. He was a terror. So this continued until my parents were like, okay, so let's leave everything to God. In 2013, January 2013, we got information that there were dead bodies in the Ezu River in Anambra State, that there were dead bodies were dumped by the police. Right? My parents went there. All of us did. But because women can't go into the river, we were up. My daddy went into that river and was turning those dead bodies one by one to find my brother. And he was not part of them. So we all had hope that he's alive and maybe this man is just lying. But it continued year in, year out. We kept on trying to get him, trying all our best, reaching out to everybody that we know, all the contacts that they had then. Nothing came out of it up until now. And that was why when I finished school and I came to Abuja for my NYSC, in 2019, I started to speak out about it. Because for a long time, everybody in Anambra told us, you can't talk about this. You can't say it publicly. He will track you to your house. He will kill you. But then I was no longer in Anambra. I was far from him, and I felt safe enough to speak out about it. So in 2019, I made the tweet about it. And then I saw him on Twitter as James Malafo. So I quoted his tweets, and I called him out. I said, you are not good enough, a police officer, to be asking people to join the police force. So I detailed what had happened to my brother and everything, and he replied. Funny enough, he replied. They said, oh, those boys were arrested for armed robbery, and there was exchange of fire, and my brother died. How is there exchange of fire when my parents saw him alive in your custody? But even if my brother was Anini, even if he was the worst terrorist on earth, you have arrested him. He deserves his day in court. Why didn't you just take him to court? How did he die in your custody? It was a simple question, and he never did answer that question. So when NSAS started in Abuja, I was at the office. I heard that some people went on the protest and were chased back by the police that Friday. And I started to join the protest. So I joined and led the protest in Abuja up until the time it was quelled in Lagos, and all of us were scared for our lives. And I had to go back to Anambra State for the judicial panel. And that was it. I went to the judicial panel. That's a whole new problem on its own. My lawyer came from Abuja, Abdul Mahmoud. He was my lawyer then. He came from Abuja to Anambra. We went to the panel. And the police then says, okay, so yes, the police legal rep, his name is Innocent Obi. He says, yes, the boy was arrested. The boys were arrested. And then they were interrogated. And they confessed to being armed robbers. And in January 2013, which is a different story from what James Malafo says, right? In January 2013, they took them to their hideouts. And when they got to their hideouts, their colleagues opened fire on the police, and my brother was shot. And he was taken to Nnamdi University Teaching Hospital, Newi, and he died there. So my lawyer asked for the doctor to come and confirm if this is true. The doctor did not come. Okay, so if the boy is dead, where is the body? The least you can do is to release the body to the family. Nothing like that has happened. Nobody gave us an answer to that. I was hopeful at that panel that after the panel has sat, they would then release their findings to the public and maybe make a recommendation. Anything. I wanted justice. I was really quite hopeful. Everybody in my family was like, okay, this is the time that we might get justice for it. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. The NSAS panel, Judicial Panel of Inquiry in Anambra State, never released their findings. They never made it public. It was submitted to the governor, of course, and nothing came. No white paper was released. Nothing was said about it. And it just felt like everybody moved on, right? And this has been the path. We would have hope that something will happen, and then nothing happens. Last year, I started to do a one-person protest in Abuja by myself because I was quite scared for people joining the protest. It was in July, which was ideally Chijioke's birthday. I was scared of doing the protest with people because a new government was just inaugurated. I don't know how they would react to a full-blown protest. I did a 10-day one-person protest in Abuja, and it led to my rep, Obi Orobu, taking my petition, finally like paying attention to me, of course, and taking my petition to the Public Petition Committee of the House of Representatives. In December last year, I was called to the committee. I went. The police did not come the first day. They came the second time of the hearing. They said that they did not have enough information. Bear in mind that between 2019, when I took over advocacy for my brother, to 2024, I've sent over 20 petitions. I got to a point, it felt like I was a lawyer writing petitions every other day. The police acknowledged receiving my petition via email. I sent them an email. On Twitter, the PRO acknowledged seeing my petition. They accepted that they saw it, but then at the panel they said they didn't see my petition at all. They never got it even from the panel because I submitted at the panel too. So they were issued a new one. the next time the hearing came on, they also said that they don't have enough information to give any answer to my case. And so the panel mandated them to send the IG, because this case has been on for so long. They want the IG to come and give an answer to this issue. And that was how the police stopped coming to the panel. I went, the last hearing was in April. The panel told me that they would get back to me on a new date. They've not given me a new date. The police never came to the panel. They never gave answers to this issue.
And the body of Chijioke has not been found
at all up till today.
How much did you miss Chijioke?
Sharon, like, I am literally controlling myself to not cry. I love my brother to death. And that was why when everybody has moved on, I keep on pushing for it. That's why I did the protest, the one-person protest. It wasn't because it was fun. It wasn't easy, Sharon. I was under the sun and rain. It was in July. And you know Abuja's sun and rain and how it comes. I was under that sun with my placard. And people were passing me in front of National Assembly, looking at me with pity eyes, and yet I still have not gotten justice. That's how far I can go for him. That's how much I love him.
But police no go fit arrest bandits, kidnappers, and criminals when they disturb this country. In fact, the biggest
to offer money. Did you people even
kidnappers and bandits for this country? They did National Assembly. They did judiciary. The ones where they turn justice upside down. The one where they talk lie when they're supposed to talk true. Let them be bandits and kidnappers for this country. Because they don't kidnap our commonwealth. They don't kidnap our economy. They don't kidnap oil and gas. They want to make Nigerians be slaves. So that when 2027 come, they go buy our votes with 10,000 naira. But that time no go reach before Nigerians go rise up.
Yes, sir.
Anywhere Nigerians dey na they fear. Wake up, throw away your fear. Whether you fear or you don't fear, hunger go still beat you.
Yes, sir.
Whether you fear or you don't fear, your telecommunication tariff go still dey high.
Yes, sir.
Whether you fear or you don't fear, your NEPA bill go still dey high. So why you dey fear? The people who they fear, they don't reach 1% of Nigeria population. Their power now our armed forces, who they know they pay salary, better salary. The reason why our armed forces they obey them now because the masses never rise. If the masses rise up and overcome the political class, the armed forces they don't go get choice that will join us. Because themselves they suffer. Now their own bad pass. They follow escort big man money. They see money, but they know they chop up. They follow escort big men wife and big men children. Their own salary. DSP go retire from police. Gratuity na 1.7 million. What you go use and do for Nigeria? But police no go fit arrest bandits, kidnappers, and criminals when they disturb this country. In fact, the biggest kidnappers and bandits for this country, they did National Assembly. They did judiciary. The ones where they turn justice upside down. The one where they talk lie when they're supposed to talk true. Let them be bandits and kidnappers for this country. Because they don't kidnap our commonwealth. They don't kidnap our economy. They don't kidnap oil and gas. They want to make Nigerians be slaves. So that when 2027 come, they go buy our votes with 10,000 naira. But that time no go reach before Nigerians go rise up.
Yes, sir.
Anywhere Nigerians dey na they fear. Wake up, throw away your fear. Whether you fear or you don't fear, hunger go still beat you.
Yes, sir.
Whether you fear or you don't fear, your telecommunication tariff go still dey high.
Yes, sir.
Whether you fear or you don't fear, your NEPA bill go still dey high. So why you dey fear? The people who they fear, they don't reach 1% of Nigeria population. Their power now our armed forces, who they know they pay salary, better salary. The reason why our armed forces they obey them now because the masses never rise. If the masses rise up and overcome the political class, the armed forces they don't go get choice that will join us. Because themselves they suffer. Now their own bad pass. They follow escort big man money. They see money, but they know they chop up. They follow escort big men wife and big men children. Their own salary. DSP go retire from police. Gratuity na 1.7 million. What you go use and do for Nigeria? But police no go fit arrest bandits, kidnappers, and criminals when they disturb this country. In fact, the biggest kidnappers and bandits for this country, they're the National Assembly, they're the judiciary, the ones where they turn justice upside down, the one where they talk lie when they're supposed to talk true. Let them be bandits and kidnappers for this country, because they don't kidnap our commonwealth, they don't kidnap our economy, they don't kidnap oil and gas. They want to make Nigerians be slaves, so that when 2027 come, they go buy our votes with 10,000 naira. But that time no go reach before Nigerians go rise up.
Yes, sir.
Anywhere Nigerians dey na they fear. Wake up, throw away your fear. Whether you fear or you no fear, hunger go still beat you.
Yes,
whether you fear or you no fear, your telecommunication tariff go still dey high.
yes, sir.
Whether you fear or you no fear, your NEPA bill go still dey high. So why you dey fear? The people wey dey fear, they no reach 1% of Nigeria population. Their power na our armed forces, wey they know they pay salary, better salary. The reason why our armed forces they obey them now because the masses never rise. If the masses rise up and overcome the political class, the armed forces they no go get choice that will join us, because themselves they suffer. Now their own bad pass. They follow escort big man money. They see money, but they no dey chop am. They follow escort big man wife and big man children. Their own salary. DSP go retire from police. Gratuity na 1.7 million. What you go use and do for Nigeria?
So guys, you've heard the pathetic story of a guy that went missing for more than 10 years now. He went missing at the age of 20. It's not as if he was just a baby. He knew he was mature enough to, take up responsibilities. But how the Nigerian police arrested him, and it was from one police station to the other until they cannot even trace him today. And people have been linking all these things to, the organ harvesting. There was this allegation in Anambra State, how they would just pick up men and will harvest the organ. Even the guy that made that revelation, I think he's still in jail. And that is to tell you the kind of atrocities that happen today in Nigeria. Okay, recently somebody said, today in the news, there's this headline of bandits dressing like EFCC officials and going to kidnap people. So you can imagine what is happening in this country. Nothing is organized. If you're in the hands of the police, you are not safe. If you are also out there for yourself, you are equally not safe. And one keeps wondering, Shebi, they said that it is the responsibility of the government to protect citizens and also their properties. But guess what? The government has failed. So many lives. There was this video that trended yesterday on Twitter where human skulls were discovered in places like Ibadan. They had so many human parts that they've placed on sale. They already have their prices and all that. And you just keep wondering, are these not human beings? Are these not children of somebody? So you find out that, see, the government has failed its people. Nigeria now your security is in your hand. You just try to avoid going to places that are somehow, if you are traveling, you travel at the right time so that you save your life. Honestly, it's really so bad seeing the country going down this way. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you. So guys, you've heard the pathetic story of a guy that went missing.
Kidnappers and bandits for this country, they're the National Assembly, they're the judiciary, the ones where they turn justice upside down, the one where they talk lie when they're supposed to talk true. Let them be bandits and kidnappers for this country, because they don't kidnap our commonwealth, they don't kidnap our economy, they don't kidnap oil and gas. They want to make Nigerians be slaves, so that when 2027 come, they go buy our votes with 10,000 naira. But that time no go reach before Nigerians go rise up.
Yes, sir.
Anywhere Nigerians dey na they fear. Wake up, throw away your fear. Whether you fear or you no fear, hunger go still beat you.
Yes,
whether you fear or you no fear, your telecommunication tariff go still dey high.
yes,
Whether you fear or you no fear, your NEPA bill go still dey high. So why you dey fear? The people who they fear, they don't reach 1% of Nigeria population.
Watch this video and see what I'm saying from here. Let me stop the video here. And the way they took away this guy is not going to return back again. This is what Tinubu and Shettima, the vice president of Nigeria, has been doing to the whole of the Southeast, forcing the disappearance of the innocent youth in the whole of the Southeast.
So guys, you have seen it. That's what many young youths have gone to go through in the Southeast. For the fact that you are a Southeasterner, for the fact that you are from any of the Igbo speaking states, you are seen as an enemy of Nigeria. We've seen what the terrorists have done in the north. Never will you see the military going to from house to house looking for people in the north, trying to bring them out to be prosecuted for all their criminalities. But in the Southeast, they go from house to house. They go from places to places looking for people they feel are IPOB members. Some people do not even know why they are being arrested. I mean, many people will tell you they don't know why they were arrested. Like you heard this lady speaking. You can imagine the police saying that they were just playing loud music. That's why he was arrested. Never to come home again. A 20-year-old boy. This is how many youths, stories will be told. I pray that one day people will come out to share stories of how their beloved ones disappeared in Nigeria, especially in the Southeast. How people disappeared, never to come back home, even after all that, you know, it cost the Igbos during the Civil War. How many people were killed? Today, it is still continuing in the Southeast. The youths are being taken away. Some of them are in prison, never to be let go. Some of them, their whereabouts unknown. Some of them, honestly, what is happening in Nigeria today, you just keep wondering, why the Igbos? Why the Igbos? And these are people that say, let us secede. We want to be on our own. Allow us to do referendum. No. Give us our own. No. Or carry us along. Let fairness be seen, you know, to have been done to every region. No. And you just keep marginalizing people, maltreating them, doing all kinds of things to them, and you want them to be silent. Nigerians, where is it done on this planet Earth in this 21st century? Just tell me. So this is what so many people are going through in Nigeria today, and I tell you, it is not funny at all. It is not funny at all, you know, seeing what people are meant to go through in this country, especially if you are from the Southeast. It's like it's a taboo for you to exist in Nigeria. I don't know what you make of this video, but for me, I think it's a very big wake-up call for the federal government to sit up and to do the needful. Because, you see, we can't continue destroying our own country like this. We cannot continue doing this to ourselves because it's costing this country a lot, and still people do not even care. It's really costing this country a whole lot, and still people don't care. So guys, let me know what you think of this. Really, it's so pathetic talking about things like this, you know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.